It was good. I wanted to share something real quick before I forget. I was just doing laundry, and it's like 4:30 in the morning. I don't sleep that well, so I woke up and I felt like I had to do something. Anyway, so I'm pretty much the main person that does laundry in this household, and sometimes I get a little, like I don't want to say resentful. I'm like, damn, I'm the only one to do it, like that does it. I'll sit there and I watch the laundry pile up, and it won't get washed until I wash it. So anyway, so I'm out here in the garage. That's where our washer and dryer is, and I'm out here and I'm putting a load of laundry, in the washer and taking the clothes out of the dryer. So when I'm taking the clothes out the dryer, I see a little piece of paper that's crumbled up, and I lost it. And this is what it was. So I felt, we're emotional people. Whether we try to mask these emotions or act like we don't have them or whatever it is, we all have emotions. It is just what it is. Part of being, I don't even want to say part of being a human being anymore, because animals have emotions as well. But it's just part of, our being, period. But anyway, so what this says to me is that I felt like this was a reward, a reward that I wasn't expecting, a reward that just said that, I don't know, you're doing what you're, I don't know, supposed to be doing, or, like everything has its own reward. I think maybe that's what the message is for me. And shit, I put another load in. I'll put another load into the washer, and, I dried it and I washed it. And sometimes in life, you might not see a reward right then and there, but I feel like if you keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you eventually get a reward. And this is my $20. I don't care who it was before. It's fine now. I just wanted to share that, y'all. Peace. Sometimes in life, I feel like we're all growing. We're all on a journey of some sort. We all have different paths, and sometimes we cross paths and we do it together for a little bit of time, and then you'll leave and you go to a different direction in your life path. But I feel like it's very important to ask why. Why we do what we do. A lot of people don't ask, and I think you should ask, why am I always late? If you're one of those people that are late. I know I'm not. Certain situations, I have a problem with being on time. Why do I drink so much? If you're a drinker, and then that's a part of you acknowledging that you drink a lot, first of all, because you might do a case a day, and you feel like nothing's wrong with that. And, but you got to ask why. Damn, why I drink so much? Or why do I drink 12, a case a day or a bottle a day? Or why do I smoke so much weed? So you have to ask questions. But I always say, I know for me, acknowledging is the first step. You know what I'm saying? That's why I keep saying, I always say self-analysis, self-analysis, to thy own self be true. And before you can be real with anybody else, you have to be real with me. That's why I love me. You know what I'm saying? It took me a long time to love me, to know who I was, understand who I was. I didn't like my big lips and my nose and stuff like that. But it took a while for me to love me. And once I loved me, oh man, it was a wrap. Anybody that I'm with or dealing with, if you don't love me in that same manner, you know what I'm saying? That's okay, because I love me. And it's very important to love yourself. But anyway, you got to ask yourself why. Why do I do these things? And I said, but before you ask these questions, you got to understand that you may have some shortcomings. Some people walk around like ain't nothing wrong. They do everything great. You know what I'm saying? And then when you start asking questions about why I do things, and then you can start asking why don't I do these things? Why don't I prepare the night before? Why don't I get up earlier and prepare? You know what I'm saying? Why don't I pray? Why don't I go to church? Why don't I have a spiritual connection? You know what I'm saying? So it's about self. The world is a big place. I don't want to say it's nasty, but it's a big place. And you got all these different entities attacking you, whether it be on social media or it be people that you see every day. It starts with you. You have the choice to say yes or no to what you're hearing and putting into your mind and what you're putting into the atmosphere. We all have that choice. And once we get us under control, and that's discipline, that's self-discipline. That's one of my things that I'm working on. Self-discipline. Once we can control us and our emotions and our thoughts and our decisions, then everything else, just falls into place. And when I say fall into place, I mean maybe some of the things that are shortcomings in your life. Once you get that self-discipline, that self-control, well, then you can eliminate those things. You don't have to worry about being late no more. You don't have to worry about being so angry so quickly anymore, because you already acknowledged that these are some of the things that are shortcomings that I'm working on, that I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not letting those negative forces attack me anymore. I'm not letting those negative voices come into my head anymore. Move away. And this is why certain relationships and friendships end, because you've grown, you've done a self-analysis, and maybe the other people haven't. And that's okay. Just move on along. You know what I'm saying? And that's just really what it is. But ask yourself why you do certain things. Why do I do these things? And you need to have a real, honest sit down with yourself. You can do it in the mirror, you can do it alone, do it whatever, but ask yourself, why do I do these things? And then you start going back, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole transition. Why didn't I get that promotion? Why do I have these failed relationships? You know what I'm saying? You got to get deep with yourself. And once you do that, man, things just start to flow in a very, very positive direction.